The truth about spiritual awakening. What chosen ones need to know. You might think spiritual awakening is peaceful, like floating in bliss, meditating under waterfalls and feeling one with the universe. But the truth? Spiritual awakening often begins with loss, chaos and heartbreak. It starts with your world falling apart, not coming together. Everything you thought was real begins to crumble. Relationships shift. You lose friends. Your career may collapse. Even your own identity no longer feels like you. And it's confusing. You might wonder, why is this happening to me? I was just trying to grow spiritually. But hear this. Your soul didn't come here for comfort. It came here for evolution. And sometimes, pain is the portal. You are one of the chosen ones. Souls entrusted with a sacred mission to help raise collective consciousness, and that mission often requires the hardest lessons. Part 1. The Dark Night of the Soul. What you're going through is known as the dark night of the soul. It's not just emotional turmoil. It's the universe shaking you awake. Everything false begins to fall away, your ego, your attachments, your illusions. It's like being stripped bare so you can remember who you truly are. Without the masks, without the noise. And yes, it hurts. The betrayals cut deep. The loneliness feels unbearable. But these are not punishments. They're preparations. The universe chooses its strongest warriors through fire. And often, the ones with a sacred mission are tested most severely. Why? Because resilience isn't built in comfort. It's born in chaos. These tests often come through the people closest to us, especially family. Why? Because their actions touch the deepest parts of our emotional body. Their betrayal, absence or rejection can pierce us more than anything else. And sometimes, there's a higher soul contract behind it all. For example, a daughter may suddenly distance herself or even leave home, not out of rebellion or rejection but because she is her mother's twin flame. In the spirit realm, they made a sacred agreement to awaken one another by separation, to trigger growth through pain, to activate the mother's deeper mission of love and light. It feels like abandonment on the surface, but underneath, it's a divine orchestration. The disconnect is not punishment. It's preparation, a breaking open, so both souls can rise, walk their paths and eventually recognize the light within themselves. So if someone you love deeply has left your life, don't only look at the wound. Look at the why. What is your soul learning? What gifts are being born from the sorrow? Your awakening may have begun with heartbreak, but it will lead to sacred purpose. Part 2. Phoenix Rising and the 500-Year Symbol. This process of awakening is like the myth of the phoenix. The phoenix is a divine bird that lives for 500 years, then sets itself on fire, burns to ashes, rises again, more powerful, more radiant. Why 500 years? Because it symbolizes a long, karmic cycle that must end before rebirth. Right now, you are in that fire. You are the phoenix. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Prepared to rise into your power, to lead others out of the darkness with your light. The old life, old beliefs and even old relationships and ancestral traumas must burn away, not because you failed but because they've served their purpose. And now, you're being called into a higher timeline. This burning down phase is part of Earth's ascension. You incarnated during a rare cosmic window, a time when the Earth is rising into a higher frequency. This happens once in thousands of years. Your soul knew this, and it chose to be here now. To assist, to awaken, to help others rise. As one of the chosen ones, your energy and light are urgently needed. Part 3. Signs from the Universe and Soul Remembering. They tell you, you're not alone. Keep going. Here is your next step. Trust the path. You might see eyes or divine faces in the clouds. These aren't just random shapes, they are messages from the higher realms. A reminder that the veil is thin, and you are deeply guided. The more you notice, the more you remember. You don't need to know your soul's name or star origin to live your purpose. What matters is the feeling when remembering brings peace, expansion and purpose. That's your soul waking up. Part 4. Answering the call. There comes a moment in every awakening when you must choose to stay in the illusion, or to rise into your truth. And rising isn't always glamorous. Sometimes, it means walking away from people you love. Sometimes, it means being misunderstood. Sometimes, it means standing in your light when the world prefers your silence. But you are not here to fit in. You are here to be a beacon. To hold the frequency of love, truth and peace for others who are still lost. This is the time to rise, not in ego, but in essence. As one of the chosen ones, you are called to lead with courage and compassion. Part 5. A divine call to action. This isn't just your awakening. It's Earth's awakening, and it's happening now. The Earth is ascending into a new frequency and your light is needed. This is not just a spiritual journey. It's a soul mission. You didn't come here to watch. You came here to remember, to heal, and to lead. If you're going through the dark night, let this be your reminder. You are not broken. You are being reborn. This is the time when the veils fall, the illusions die, and the real you, your divine self, emerges. So walk bravely, with no fear, no doubt, only faith. Faith in your soul, faith in the universe, faith that you are being guided even through the pain. You are the phoenix. You are the lighthouse. You are the answer someone else is praying for. The time is now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now, so rise, shine your light, and walk the divine path that only you can walk. Because the Earth is ascending, and you, dear soul, are one of the chosen ones to help her rise.